IntelliQ data provides an audit trail for every phone that is entered into the system, from the beginning point all the way to the end point with the sale to the customer. To access the audit trail, you need to find the ESN history of the devices. There are two ways to identify ESN history of every phone in the IntelliQ system. The first is via the hyperlinks in any part of the system that has a phone mentioned. So we're going to access our report section for now, in Inventory and Detail Report, to show you how this works. This is an example of an inventory detail report for location 1. This includes phones and accessories and everything involved in the inventory. But for the phones, you will see that there are blue hyperlinks for the ESNs for every single phone model that is in the system. Clicking on a hyperlink anywhere in the IntelliQ system will pull up the full ESN history of this device. As you can see, we have the date that it was received, or that it was created via a purchase order to Brightpoint. We have the date it was received on this day, and the location that it was received, and the person that it was received by. Up top we have the phone model, the manufacturer, the SKU for the item, and again the ESN here. If we click on the next item, you can see an example of when it came from a purchase order. So the purchase order 7 created this item, or we received it from Brightpoint via purchase order 7. So you still have the same history involved, but you also have a link to the purchase order. Clicking on that link will take you to the actual purchase order that it was received in. So you can see another example of the item that we had in inventory from the purchase order, but we have the second item as well. So there's two items in this sense, and we have the full ESN history for both by clicking on the hyperlink. So an example of two different places in the system where we can click those hyperlinks. In addition, if you simply scan a phone or put an ESN in the ESN search, which can be found in the drop-down for search, ESN history, we can just type in or scan an ESN from here, and it will pull up the full history as well. So the ESN history is an audit trail from beginning to end in the IntelliQ system, so you can follow a device every time it is brought into the system, sold, returned, or transferred. It will have a complete audit trail from beginning to end.